All right. I'm ready. When should you take Social Security? This is a question that many people have as they age or when they start to consider retiring. And the answer to this question is probably different than you're thinking. The reason, there's a couple of myths that you likely believe that aren't true. Let me dispel those myths before we get into what age you should take Social Security. All right, myth number one is this. People think that you have to take Social Security as soon as possible because they believe they're going to die. And they want to try and take some of that Social Security money back, get some of that, get as much of it as possible before they die, which seems like that makes sense. But here's the thing. One, you don't know when you're going to die. And then two, statistics are telling us that the age at which we're dying here in the United States, here in our society, is much further out than it's ever been before. We are quite literally living longer than ever before. So the reality is, you don't know when you're going to die, and you likely are going to live longer than you think. Myth number two is, I have to take it. So as soon as I turn 62, I need to take it because if I don't, I'm going to get in trouble. Well, there are some minimum age requirements that you do have to file some things, but the reality is you do have options and you can wait. You do not have to take it as soon as you turn 62, and there are a lot of other options that are available to you, which we'll get into later in this video. Myth number three, we've all heard this. You may have even said it. Social Security isn't going to be around by the time I retire, so I better start taking it as soon as possible. Well, that is not true. Yes, Social Security surpluses are diminishing and there are some issues there, but there are so many things that can be done, so many adjustments that will likely be made to ensure Social Security stays around. Social Security being gone by the time you retire is a myth. So now that we've gone over those myths, we got to answer this question, really what the point of this video is about, of when you should take Social Security. So first thing, Social Security was designed to have you take it out around 66 or 67 years old. Some people think that you're supposed to take it at 62 because that's the earliest you can take it. But did you know taking Social Security at age 62 means you get penalized for taking it earlier than it was designed? Okay, so the opposite end of this is also true. You can take your Social Security benefit and wait up until the age of 70. And if you wait to 70, you actually get an added benefit, an increase in your Social Security of up to 8%. Think about that. You are in retirement age. Do you know of an investment, a secure, safe investment, gotta be safe and secure when you get up to that age, that will increase or give you an 8% increase? There really isn't one. This is a big deal. You wanna make sure that you hear this well. Waiting to age 70 can get you up to an 8% increase on your Social Security income benefit. Well, there's another thing that's involved with Social Security income, and that is the cost of living adjustments. So there's this thing called a COLA, and that basically means they are going to increase your Social Security income based on inflation and other factors and things that are going on with our economy and our society. Well, if you chose to take your Social Security benefit early, your cost of living adjustments aren't as good. Whereas if you take your Social Security on the design dates or after, you have a much better cost of living adjustment on top of having a better, just normal Social Security income benefit. So many times people kind of get caught in really selfishness when they're trying to make this decision. I don't believe that I'm gonna live long enough, so I want my Social Security money now, right? Well, here's the truth. Your decision on when to take Social Security benefits directly impact your spouse. There are options where a spouse can take up to half of your Social Security benefit, and when you pass, your Social Security benefit also passes to your spouse. There's so many things that are involved with this Social Security benefit that directly impact your spouse. Okay, so maybe you're listening through this video and you're thinking to yourself, okay, yeah, Grant, I hear you. I'm gonna wait until 70 to take the Social Security income benefit because I'm hearing all these benefits that you're communicating. But what do I do until then? What happens if you've decided to retire, say, at age 60? How do you find income for those next 10 years? Well, that's where your retirement accounts come into play. And the good news is, when you stop working, There is a tax hierarchy to make sure that your income that you receive from those retirement accounts is maximized to its fullest. Okay, did all that sound confusing? Yeah, it probably did, and it is confusing. Here's the thing, you shouldn't be making this decision based on a YouTube video. You need to be consulting with a wise professional. You've got to talk with a financial advisor. Not only can they give you the advice on when to take Social Security, but how to make sure you'll have income from the time you retire to the time that you decide to take your Social Security benefit. Here's the thing, personal finances should be just that, personal, meaning your Social Security income benefit, that should be taken when it's best for your personal situation. But don't make that decision on your own, and don't make it based on some myths or lies that you believe. You do have options to when you can take it out. You likely are going to live longer than you think. And this decision, it impacts your marriage and your spouse. For more information on this topic, you've got to check out the podcast that we recorded. I had the opportunity to interview Jeremy, who is an expert when it comes to Social Security income stuff. He is a wise financial advisor that goes into even more detail than I have in this video. Check out that podcast and get even more of your questions answered. Thanks for watching this video. Please click subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notified about all the new content that we're releasing. We will promise to be giving you videos at least once a week. And if you'd like to watch another video by us, click down here.